like it's finally closed in on us.
Last time I looked out, I could barely see the barn.
Can't see it at all now. It's blowing too much.
It's probably going to be the biggest snow of the year. Maybe 24 inches.
Maybe more. Maybe a lot more. Just can't tell with snow.
I won't want the coffee. Ought to be a couple cups left from dinner.
Snow's just something you can't tell about.
Mikey, sleepyhead.
It's blowing harder now.
Cuts in through the window and door. Maybe I ought to put another quilt on Mikey.
It's getting dark out early tonight. I can't see a thing. It's barely 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. What time for Dad to come up the drive? And honk, and Mom to rush out. And Sis, I come all the way up the steps.
You miss it, don't you, Mary?
I'm sorry, Jeff. I shouldn't have said anything or even thought it.
You have no business being here, Mary. Here in the mountains, in a shack, in a blizzard.
I wouldn't want to be with anyone but you, Jeff. Be it in the Waldorf Astoria or Bradyville or anywhere.
The place is in the city, Mary. A big fine home in the city.
That place is with you, Jeff.
No, Mary. 100 times I've asked you to leave.
And how many times have I refused? It was for better or worse, Jeff, remember?
One thing about it, it couldn't be much worse.
It could be a lot worse. We have a home.
You call this a home? It's a shack.
We have Mikey. And we have each other. That's more than lots of people have. Those people in the big homes, Jeff, the lights burn in their windows, but not in their hearts.
When the snow melts, the trains will be running. I'll take Mikey and leave.
No, Jeff.
When the snow melts, you'll leave.
We've gone over it before.
No, Mary. I've made up my mind. We're done running and hiding. There's nothing to hide from. Taking you all over this country. First it was Bradyville, home, and then the coast. Another state. It's hard running and hiding when there's nothing running after you, Mary. And then we went off for the mountains. We'll get a nice home in the mountains somewhere. Not many people will be happy. We'll never be happy.
Jeff.
And this is it. This is the end of the line. There's nothing left.
Talk like that, Jeff.
It's the end of the line. Hear that whistle blowing, Mary? People get off at the end of the line.
Jeff.
Maybe it is my line, Mary.
It's just the storm, Jeff. Get this way every time there's a storm.
Yeah, the storm. We were happy until the storm. I had a job at the lumber mill. It didn't pay much, but it was a job. And you were always there waiting.
We're together all the time here, Jeff.
That summer we were happier than any two people in the world. Fall came, the leaves changed. We didn't. Then winter came with the storm. It's getting dark out. Just like that night when it came.
I'll pop us some corn tonight. Good night for popcorn. I'll put some sugar on it, Jeff. And I'll read Longfellow. Whittier and Longfellow. What a night for snowbound. Poetry isn't like a book. You read a book and that's it, but not poetry. It's never the same. It's sort of like a day. The sun comes up, people go to work, come home from work. The sun goes down and yet it's never the same 2 days in a row.
Except around here, nothing's ever different unless the oatmeal's burnt more one day than the next.
Jeff.
Sorry, Mary. I didn't mean it.
I know you didn't, Jeff.
I don't know why I said it. I wouldn't hurt you for anything in the world.
I know that too.
It's just the snow. It happened on a night just like this, just about dark. I couldn't see where I was going, Mary.
Thought I weather's about down. Coffee isn't even hot yet.
They can't blame you for something I
Another
couldn't
stick of
help.
wood.
It wasn't going fast. It's just the snow was blowing towards the windshield and I couldn't see where I was going. The wind just gives me the shivers.
I guess the best thing to do is just go ahead, get it out of your system. It's always the same thing every snow.
That's why I'm sending you away when the snow melts.
And that's why I'm saying right here, Jeff Wonky.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It happened on a night just like this. The snow was blowing towards the windshield and it was sticking. That's why I couldn't see the car. I jerked the wheel. It didn't help. The woman was dead. The little girl wasn't. I sat there all night with the girl and the woman. The little girl kept going on about her locket. Her daddy gave it to her before she left, she said. The woman didn't say a word all night.
Maybe the coffee is hot, Jeff.
It was cold that night. The little girl kept whimpering and whimpering. Then she stopped, and they were both quiet.
Coffee's hot, Jeff. I'll get some cups. You'll feel better when you drink some coffee.
She died with the locket in her hand. It was frozen in her hand.
Smells good.
They hang you for killing people. It's easier that way. You don't have to live with it every time it storms, or every time you sleep.
Drink it while it's hot, Jeff.
I sold my car, my gun, anything that could cause an accident. I ran. I ran from people, but I couldn't run from the girl, or the woman, or the locket.
Please drink your coffee, Jeff.
It happened on a night just like this. The snow was blowing towards the windshield, and that's why I couldn't see. It was sticking to the windshield. That's why I couldn't see. It's sticking to the windshield, and I can't see. Mary, the snow is sticking to the windshield. Mary, the snow is sticking to the windshield, and I can't see. I can't see the road, Mary. I can't see. I can't see.
Jeff, are you all right?
I'm fine. Fine.
You sure?
I'm sure. I'm sorry, Mary.
I understand, Jeff. I know what you've gone through, whether anyone else knows or not. That's what wives are for. I've learned to expect every storm, just like the wind and cold and everything that goes with it. Some women have this to go through every Saturday night. I just experience it every snow.
I suggest we part when the snow melts, Mary.
I suggest we move to Florida.
It's been harder on you than anyone, you and Mikey. We dragged you all over the world. Now up here where there's no people, you haven't complained once.
At least you smile once in a while here. One smile from you is worth all the people in the world. It won't always be this way, Jeff. I know it won't. Drink your coffee. Someone's at the door, Jeff.
I don't know who'd be wandering around in this weather.
I wish we had a gun, Jeff.
I should have more sense than to traipse around here this time of year.
You have a gun?
Come in, come in. It's a miracle you found us. You wouldn't have it another half hour. Storms get mighty severe on these parts. You must be a stranger. Don't suppose anyone but a stranger dare venture out.
Maybe he's a hunter, Jeff. A hunter and he got lost.
I was hunting, got lost in the storm. For miles I've been tracking something.
afraid we're in for a rough night. Worst blizzard of the year, is my guess.
The coffee's had I'll pour you some.
Be much obliged. Most froze stiff I am.
Trips up deep and fast, especially this time of year.
That's what they said. That's what they told me back at the lodge. But when a man's hunting something, almost looks like it was intended, don't it? I was led right here. I was hunting. I was led right here. What's that you got over there?
That's Mikey. He's a spitting image of Jeff here. As spitting as anyone could be at the age of 5 months anyway.
I had a daughter once. Spitting image of her mother she was. That's neither here nor there. It's good coffee.
Where are you from?
The sea. I'm from the sea. Wherever it goes, that's where I'm from.
I'm Jeff Mulkey, and this here's Mary.
The sea goes lots of places. Lots of places. You know, a man can get lonely in the mountains in a snowstorm. Lonely anywhere. Wherever you are, it can be lonely. How long you reckon it's gonna last?
Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Snow. Funny things happen in the snow. Like this evening, us three, for instance. Never met each other before, but here we are, trapped in a snowstorm. Never met each other before, but trapped. Reminds me of a story I heard once. Seems this feller, Frank, couldn't get along with his wife. Both too stubborn to give in. You being husband and wife, I reckon you know what I mean. Took their daughter, back to her folks. Both went their own way. Him caring for her and her caring for him. Both too blamed stubborn to admit it. Well, sir, it's went on for some time. Finally, she swallowed her pride and up and started back for him, clear across country. Him not knowing nothing about it. Well, sir, there was suddenly a snowstorm. Some blamed fool driving on the wrong side of the road smacked him! Smacked him head on, he did! Killed the woman outright! Killed her! The daughter died in the night. Froze she was. And there they were, on their way back to him, and him still not knowing nothing about it.
The fire's down. I'll get some wood.
This Frank was a big feller, he was. Tall and big. Walked with a limp. And had a scar on his face, sort of like this one, some say. Coffee's good. Be much obliged for another cup.
I'm gonna go get some wood.
Be much obliged for another cup, ma'am.
Yes.
Lucky I was some blondie like this. Fright of nerves, ma'am. Much obliged. Well, so the story goes, when Frank got word about a year later, hit him mighty hard. Right then and there he swore revenge. Said he'd get the man with it, he'd to follow him all over the world. Revenge. People get mighty desperate for revenge. If a man wants revenge bad enough, ain't nobody alive that's gonna head him. A man can run and run. The man wanting revenge is gonna find him sooner or later. Now, reckon he saw the whole human race of this fellow had smacked his wife and kid. Reckon he knew he'd get him, too. Sometime, somewhere, he'd get revenge just the way he wanted it. My gun. Forgot to bring in my gun.
Jeff, what are we going to do?
I don't know, Mary, I don't know.
I'm scared to death. He talks just like a maniac. It's the one, Jeff. He came up here to kill us.
Yep. Much obliged to you. Getting mighty cold out there. Say, you play checkers? I hope you play checkers. I can trap 2 with 1. Should I say 3? You play checkers?
Not very well.
Maybe I can teach you. Maybe I can teach you how to trap 3 with 1. You know, man can get trapped in the mountains and it's easy, and he's helpless. Trapped like that woman in the car, trapped like that girl. No one to call out to but the storm, and nothing to whimper to but the wind.
A fire, Mama! A fire! House, people, it's a miracle. Maybe come in? Indeed, you may. Over by the fire. Some chairs, Jeff. I told Mama I thought I saw a house. I almost froze. I can imagine. I'll take your wraps. I froze clear my toes, Mama. Our car stalled and we walked.
It's a miracle you found us. You from around here?
No, we're from out of state.
People sure are risking their necks to stir in a storm like this.
Oh, you must be starved. I'll fix something. Don't bother. It's enough just to have a warm fire. Frozen clear my toes, Mama.
Storm getting mighty severe around these parts. Wind blows through and cuts like a knife.
A miracle, that's what it is. Look, Mama. What's her name? Michael, but we call him Mikey. Papa let me have a puppy once. His name was Mikey. The puppy, not Papa. Can I hold him? Better not. You're cold and the chill almost gives him pneumonia. He's cuter than my Mikey. He didn't have to. I'll get to the supper. We can help. We're good cooks, me and Susie. You and Susie will sit by the fire and warm your feet. That's just what you and Susie will do. We'll bring it to you. Mrs. Mary. And that's Jeff. And that's the hunter. How do you know you? Don't cook him for special or fancy. Nothing fancy at all about me and Susie. Just plain old food we like.
I'll be helping you fix supper, Mary.
Cute place, isn't it, Mama? Yeah. In a simple way, and plain, and clean. Sort of like the house your Papa and I first had. Lived there when he was born. Really, Mom? Yeah. So we had a table over there, and over there was the bed. The bed? In the living room, Mama? Living room, dining room, bedroom, everything combined. We lived and loved and laughed all in that one room. It was the sunniest, happiest room in the world, wasn't it, Frank?
Martha, it is you, isn't it?
Yes, Frank, it's me.
What are you doing here?
I was most ready to ask you the same question. What are you doing here, Frank Evans?
I was in the storm and I got lost. I was hunting and I got lost.
Hunting? Last time I talked to you, the only thing you ever hunted was excuses.
Man can change.
That's right, Frank. A man can't change. I've seen him change. I've sat and weed nights and watched and seen him change right before my eyes. Your daughter's changed a bit too, ain't she, Frank?
My Susie. Hello, Susie.
Hello, Papa.
You're a big girl, Susie. And pretty.
Thank you, Papa. I still got the lock you gave me on my 10th birthday, Papa. See?
So lock it.
This was to Susie from Papa. See?
Blamed if it don't.
So I guess you're wondering what we're doing here, aren't you, Frank? We got permission, Susie and me, to come see you when we saw what she was doing.
So?
So we ain't gonna let you do it.
You can't keep me from it. I've tracked him over half the country. He ain't gonna get away now. You or no one else is gonna keep me from it.
Frank, you're just as hard-headed as you ever was. We was under the impression, Susie and me, that maybe you'd change.
That man in there killed my wife and daughter.
It was an accident, Papa.
Accident? Well, this won't be. This'll be murder. Premeditated murder. You don't chase a man for 5 years and let him get away. You broke up my family.
Frank, your family was gone all right, but they was gone long before those cars ever met on that snow-swept highway. And you know whose fault it was? It was mine and yours. Mine and yours, Frank. We was both too proud. Both too stubborn to admit how much we cared. I finally swallowed my pride and started back to you. It took me 4 years to do it, and I never got back. And now, because of our own stubbornness, you want to come between another happy couple and another child?
He's gotta pay.
He's paid, Frank. It was an accident, but he's paid every minute of every day. Every snowstorm he pays. And every automobile he sees a twisted mass of breakfast, 2 lives in a locket.
I'm gonna get him, Martha.
Frank, I got started back to you when the accident happened. I've come back again. I need you. Susie needs you.
If you ever loved me and Susie, come with us now. Walk out that door with us, Frank. Let him be. Let that couple in there be.
Come with us, Papa. It's wonderful where we live. It would be better if you were there.
I've come back twice, Frank. This has to be the last time. You ain't the kind to go around shooting people, and you know that, Frank. If you cared for us, if you ever cared.
Good night, Mama.
You coming, Frank?
Better wash up. Mary says to be ready for it too long.
Frank! We're leaving, Jeff. Me, Susie, and Frank.
He's coming home with us, Mr. Jeff.
Are you all crazy?
No. Just don't ask any questions. Give regards to Mary and tell her. Just tell her we're gone and everything's gonna be all right now.
I can't let you walk out in that storm. You won't last 20 minutes and you know it.
Goodbye, Jeff. My arm, Frank.
Thank you, Martha.
Jeff, did you tell them that... Where are they? What's happened, Jeff?
I don't know, Mary. They just left.
Left?
She said to give you her regards and that everything would be okay.
Oh, they lost Jeff. No one could survive in this.
I know, Mary.
Jeff, did they all three leave? Jeff, outside, out there in the snow. The tracks. There's just one person's. Just one person's tracks.
I know, Mary.
The locket.
You don't have to play?
I only messed up one line. What happened to the music? It just didn't work. We're like...
I was shaking. That's why I kept playing with this chord.
Pretty good.
Oh, you guys are all together like...
Yeah, because
I was like...
yes, work. I love it.
We're just about.
Okay, I'm time to wipe the makeup off, get into my work clothes, and walk down to Woody's.
Yeah.
It's the walk-in.
Yes, I need to take pictures first. That's my walk-in.
No, just like
Wherever you like to share. Not here, that's like your
You wanna go look at me?
That's like your typical.
That's where I take.
I know. That's why I was like,
I couldn't see you. Just turn the up.
yeah, sure. Can I just leave my car here?
I couldn't. Nice job.
She said, come over. I'll see you.
I have actual makeup removing wipes. Good. I already got the one.
Bye-bye. I'll text you and let you know what's happening. Oh my gosh, so many people.
Was it the girl in the bed? I saw you backstage. Actually playing.
Dude, this guy.
I forgot to get that sheet sent out. I might just try to blitz it.
You probably can, honestly. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 AP
Easy mode.
I feel like I lost 2 of them.
that's not.
It looks like super effective and it's scary makeup.
Noah?
It looks so good. I like this sort of powdery mustache. It's good.
The main thing is, like, if you were to reopen that scar, how wide?
What's your stance right now?
It's me hiding an erection.
It's like you split open those scars.
Me hiding an erection.
Yeah, sure. You're a child. Stop.
Kinda.
You know what else is tracking? You know what else is tracking? John.
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't have to, but I'm trying to Jackie. And then, can you let me know about, am I going to your house? I'm going to your house.
I wish Sarah would
Oh,
answer me.
I don't care if I'm going to your house. Yeah, you can have that.
You can, well, I mean, you can, ew, you can obviously just show up at my house. I don't care whether I'm there or not, but I'll
Five stars.
find
Great
out.
job, Noah.
And I sent you a video, Noah. It's a song, like, not that I wrote, but like.
Okay, he's ready.
Ew, that's gross.
Wait, look at Jackie.
That looks like a huge scab.
Yeah, we're going this way.
It's wet.
Come with me, guys. It's sweaty from my face.
Ew!
I couldn't see anybody.
Okay. I like a concert, band concert. I can only see the first row, and then I can't.
Nobody sat in front of me.
I was in the second one because I didn't want to feel like an asshole in the front row.
Because we're having
Pretty realistic stars.
We were so
You can
confused.
ignore me, that's fine.
Rose was like, close the curtains. I'm like, no, we're not.
We don't know. I told her to close the curtain.
Well, then we didn't. I knew that we had to.
So we know for tomorrow. And then the music's so quiet. And then it's not working.
And then she couldn't snow sound.
For tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean,
or just limit
I
it
sent
to
you
like,
one and asked you to make it shorter, but you didn't.
just like make it
Do it
a
tonight,
smooth
though.
transition.
Well, no, because it's like an hour-long video
No, yeah,
thing.
it's not. I couldn't do it early
Oh,
on your lane. It's
okay.
just like.
It's just that thing cuts itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
But then, like, we don't know because of like
I whipped the door open and I was like, oh.
copyright laws.
You don't know what we can do.
But the thing is, it's like, because we're a school, we have to. That's the thing.
But it's not, you're not selling it.
Yeah, we are. Snap.
Make a donation instead.
Donations, $5.
Mandatory donation for $5.
And then we can use whatever music we want. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Because that's not performance. Oh, fair. But it doesn't matter. We're a school. Josh, follow me to the piano room.
Oh!
Yeah, anybody can come to the piano room.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like who's missing. Like Ethan's missing, but like his parents like went somewhere like on vacation. Not they decided to like tell his husband they're not coming over tomorrow night, so he couldn't come at all. They were supposed to come back I think today, so he could come tonight and tomorrow. I know.
Aren't you guys playing off days 5?
Yeah.
Maybe, or yesterday.
Katie DeBrue
She was here?
yesterday.
She was part of this?
No, not at all. They just, I had texted Cassie, or Maddie Martin, and or I had emailed them or something. Well, they were in the senior meeting yesterday, and Katie was sitting in front of Maddie, and she was like, "I want to do a play tonight." And she's like, I don't know. Like she had never read the script, I don't think.
She's realized that she's good at this. Was there the form?
Madison Phillips. She's like a sophomore.
I thought it was
She's
somebody
not.
else.
She's not that outgoing. She's not that outgoing. So she's Madison Phillips. Like, people don't know who she is. Pretty clear though. Yeah, I think so. Did you shut the lights off?
Yeah, and you shut the door and put everything off.
Awesome.
I didn't shut the lights on the top thingy.
These dark circles are real dark circles. Right here.
Oh.
Yeah, these are real dark
Oh,
circles.
they're real.
Those are real. I fell asleep. I went to bed at 3.
Try erasing them.
Maybe you need to put a little more foundation.
Maybe I need to put some foundation on. Yeah, we want to work
Have you
on
tried
being a
turning
bar
it off
back.
and back on
You're
again?
dating a bunch of drunk 30-year-old
Are
women.
they fine? Ooh, they stink.
That joke was a waste.
I think you should turn it.
I already turned the lights on, so I feel like Katie should have to turn the lights off.
But Katie's not the lazy person you are. That's true.
Okay, but so
I
come
have a
on.
skirt on.
I'm not